Compensation and benefits play a crucial role in human resource management by helping organizations attract talent, motivate employees, and maintain fairness. A key element of compensation is the minimum wage, which ensures workers can meet basic living standards. In Malaysia, the minimum wage order was first gazetted on July 16, 2012 and came into effect on January 1, 2013. The initial minimum wage rates were set at RM900 for Peninsular Malaysia and RM800 for Sabah, Sarawak and Labuan, according to Norden 2020. This policy aimed to tackle poverty and reduce income inequality. However, rising living costs and inflation raise concern about whether the current minimum wage is sufficient. Small businesses are also facing challenges due to higher labour costs. This study will explore the positive and negative impact of minimum wage in Malaysia and propose solutions to ensure fair pay while supporting business sustainability.
So, first positive impact is improved productivity and morals. Improved productivity. Efficiency wage theory explained that paying employees more than the minimum required incentivizes them to work harder. So when workers are paid fairly, they feel valued and respected, which leads to higher engagement, commitment, and also productivity. For example, in industry like retail or hospitality, motivated employees deliver better customer service and increasing sales, also customer retention. The second one is fostering loyalty. That means workers paid a fair wage are less likely to feel exploited and are more inclined to remain loyal to the company. This reduces absenteeism and creates a stable, motivated workforce. The second positive impact is boost to economic growth. It's increased consumer spending. Workers earning higher wage have more disposable income, which they spend on goods and service. This drives demand, stimulate business activity, and fuels economic growth. For example, a worker that earning a fair wage may spend on housing, education, and local service that benefiting business in their community. And lastly, multiplier effect is higher consumer spending that creates a positive cycle. Business grow, hire more workers, and invest in expansion. This lead to the sustainable economic growth across. So the third one, reduce turnover and threatening costs. Lower turnover rates. Low wage are loading costs of employees turnover, especially in low-paying industry. When workers are paid a sustainable wage, they are less likely to leave for a better paying opportunities. For example, in the food service industry, where turnover is traditionally high, fair wage lead to longer tenures, reducing disruption to operation. Second one is saving on recruitment and training. This replacing employee can be costly due to expense associated with hiring, onboarding, and training new workers. So retaining employees to better pay ensure business save this cost. For example, a manufacturing company can retain skilled workers, avoid repeated training, and can rely on experienced staff to maintain consistent production quality. And the last positive impact is encouragement of economic equity. It's fair wealth distribution. Minimum wage policies ensure workers receive a fair share of the value they help create. This reduces income inequality, narrowing the gap between low and high income earners. For example, in sectors like retail or hospitality, where profits are often concentrated at the top, that give workers the benefit from the company's success. And lastly, empowering marginalized group. Women, minorities, and young workers are overrepresented in low-wage jobs. By raising the minimum wage, this group see immediate financial improvement and helping reduce systematic inequalities.
Next is the negative impact of minimum wages, which is closure of businesses, employment impacts in low-skilled employees, and also inventory pressure. First is how closure of businesses affected by minimum wages. First is by increases low labor costs of SMEs, which often operate a thin profit margin, will lead to the financial strain, making it difficult for them to sustain operation without compromising profitability. Some SMEs may be forced to close due to their inability to comply with the minimum wages requirements. For example, the childcare sector has been particularly affected by several centers forced to close due to their inability to comply with the minimum wage requirement. Secondly is the employment impacts, which is minimum wages can lead to the job and losses, especially among low-skilled workers. Many employers, particularly small and medium enterprises or SMEs, may reduce their workforce to manage increased labor costs. SMEs may lack the financial resources to maintain the workforce, leading to potential layoff to manage increased expenses. For example, particularly in Sabah and Sarawak, where SME business operate at razor thin margin. This is the impact on low-skilled employees. The higher minimum wage can lead to job losers, especially among the low-skilled worker, because this will limit their job opportunity, and some employers might be less inclined to hire low-skilled workers due to the higher cost. For example, the B40 group, which includes semi-skilled report, is likely to be among the first to be laid off due to the SMEs may prioritize retaining higher-skilled workers or those with more critical roles within the organization. Last but not least is the inflationary pressure. And how this can be happen is minimum wage can lead to increased production costs. Businesses might pass on to consumers through the higher prices, and this also will contribute to the inflationary pressure in the economy. For example, Hong Leong Investment Bank projected inflation to rise to 2.7% year-on-year in 2025, with upward pressure from domestic measures like fuel subsidy cuts, expanded sales as with tax, stock, and wage increases.
Next, I will talk about the solutions in order to address the minimum wage issues. There are four solutions that can be applied, and the first solution to it is awareness raising. So, raising awareness ensures the information on the implementation of minimum wages to the employers, workers, and the general public is taken. So, the workers that work in certain companies who knows their rights regarding the minimum wage are more likely to be paid accordingly as they know how much pay they deserve. So the governments and the society should also organize awareness raising activities through media such as internet, television, and also radio broadcasts so that it could be reached to a certain amount of audience so that the awareness regarding minimum wage is being spread. And the second solution that can be taken is through upward mobility opportunities, in which the government should provide opportunities and good incentives for the employees in order for them to remain and work in Malaysia instead of going out to search for opportunities overseas. The government should also invest in greater resources to build high quality human capital and ensure bigger economic and equal opportunities, especially for women who usually get discriminated in their workplace. Besides that, it is also to provide support and credit to employees who work to achieve their company goals, which promotes skilled employment, such as giving breaks and also holidays. So the third solution that can be implemented in order to solve the minimum wage issues is through ending forced arbitration. So the workers who get discriminated by being underpaid should seek authorities who are responsible in regards to work discrimination, such as the government agencies or the court. So this can help the workers to settle their minimum wage issues that may be overlooked by employers, such as being underpaid or being paid not according to their workload. And the last solution that can be taken is to raise the economic growth, especially in Malaysia. So the government in Malaysia should focus on policies that raise economic growth. This is to increase the wages, to expand employment opportunities, and also to overcome inflation issues in which affects the minimum wage requirements in Malaysia. So they can also enforce policies that address the labor market and balance the supply and demand of human capital in order to improve the economy and to solve this issue of minimum wage in Malaysia.
In conclusion, the minimum wage has both significant benefits and challenges in the Malaysian context. On the positive side, it improves employee productivity and morale, boosts economic growth, reduces turnover and training costs, and promotes economic equity. However, these benefits are accompanied by challenges including the closure of businesses, potential employment impact, difficulties for low-skilled workers, and inflationary pressure. To address this issue, it is essential to adopt strategic solutions such as raising awareness about wage policies, creating upward mobility opportunities, ending forced arbitration, and fostering economic growth. This measure can help ensure that minimum wage policies strike a balance between fairness for workers and sustainability for the businesses. Thank you.